Hashtag you tried it. 50 Shades of Fucked Up, baby. Welcome to Adrina's Realm, y'all. Hi, Adrenians. Welcome to Adrina's Realm, Season 6, Episode 2, entitled Respect. So, for everybody that's working, that has a job, or had a job, or in between, I salute you. I really do salute you because it's not easy juggling two jobs, kids, your other affairs, or if you're single and it's just you with no kids, no significant other, no family members, I salute you too for that. I made this adrenisode because I feel like a lot of our employees, no matter what sector you work in, I don't feel that they are appreciated or respected. And that when you have employees, you treat them all with respect. You appreciate them all. You don't show favoritism to certain employees because of what they do for you or whatever the case may be. You treat them all equally and fairly. But of course, you have those employers who don't do that because they feel like they don't owe you shit. But they forget that if they don't have employees, the business is not going to thrive. And when you have people who's been there for 20, 30, 40, 50 years and you shortballing them or blackballing them or shortchanging them or not paying them, that creates a rift. And I feel if you are underpaying or not paying your employees for their work, for 80-hour, 2 weeks work or their 40-hour work week, bitch, they don't have to come to work. And I don't feel that an employer has a right or privilege to get mad because their employee is not at work. Because if I was an employer and I know I haven't paid my employees or I hadn't been treating them fairly, I would, pull them to the side, bring them into my office and discuss how to make things right. I write out a personal check and you see me write out that personal check and I would, give it to you and you would endorse it and you go put it in your checkings account, or your savings account. I wouldn't tell you to do a 40-hour work week or 80-hour, 2 week work week to not pay you because but where's the common sense in that, the ethic in that. I wouldn't want nobody doing that, so I feel as though if I have employees, I know how I would treat them because who knows, I may be on the other side of the table where I might have employees and they're gonna be looking at me to pay them for their work because just like they're an employee, I was an employee at one point, although I haven't gotten, well, yes, I have gotten stepped on before, twice, with this company that I currently work for, twice, honey. And I was very southern. I didn't, throw a bitch fit or nothing, but I was very keen on letting my company, my employer know, hey, I put in for this time and I was not compensated for it. And it don't take, 2 months to pay me for a vacation I took 2 months prior. That's ridiculous, But I'm not the grudge holding type. I'm trying to keep my strength up and my faith in God where it should be, and I'm just trying to leave. And I hope everybody that's in a bad situation, I just want y'all to know that it's not the end of the world. God is not giving up on you. God sees everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. He sees it all. And he is going to take care of it. So, everybody just getting shortchanged or not getting paid or they're getting sexually harassed or treated bad, don't get down on yourself. Don't go wondering why because they see you as a target. You may not put yourself out there as a target, but in their mind it's like, okay, well, she look good or he look good, so I'm gonna do this Bitch, no. You don't do that to your employees because, baby, just like you got power, so do we. And all it takes is for us to have a paper trail on you, and we take it to the human resources department, and they review it, and they take their next course of action, or they decide their next course of action. And you could be out of a job. Now, I'm not the type to want nobody to lose their job, but at the same time, you have to treat your employees with respect because you need them. They don't need you. Please remember that. Don't get it twisted. Your employees are needed there. Or let me rephrase it like I said it before. You need your employees. They don't need you. Did y'all hear that? Your employees are beneficial to the company, which means you need them. They don't need you. Because especially when it's dealing with a certification, they can go apply somewhere else. They don't have to stay where they are at the present time. They can always transfer somewhere else or go to another company that will pay them better and treat them right. Because see, sometimes I think when you get paid real good, people are willing to put up with bullshit because their paycheck looks good. But to me, my peace of mind comes before a paycheck. So if I was making like $17.50 and I was getting treated like crap, bitch, I'd rather be making $14.30 than $17.50 dealing with bullshit. Because at least I know with that $14.50, I'm gonna have a peace of mind. Because to me, your bills are gonna be there whether you have an income or not. So shit, I'd rather have a peace of mind, and a sound of mind. I'm sorry, peace of mind and my body in good health than be coming home stressed out, crying and upset, wanting to kill my, employer for how they treated me. Fuck all that, bitch. Go get you a peace of mind because at the end of the day, they need you. Don't never forget that. And don't never feel like because your employer is threatening you that you owe them something, because you don't owe them shit. Because to me, when you at a job, they paying you for your time. They paying you for your time, not for you to be getting treated like crap. You don't get paid for that kind of stuff. You're getting paid for your time and your work ethic. So don't feel bad, when you get presented with situations or you're placed in certain situations that you didn't foresee. And you're not going to foresee it, But sometimes you get those inklings like, okay, this guy, this woman, she ain't right, You may brush it off or whatever, but as time goes on, it's going to be more situations situations that's going to present themselves, and you have to know how to react. So don't feel like you are deadlocked or in a vice grip or you are at the end of the road, because you're not, because your employer needs you. So employers, remember to respect and treat your employees equally and fairly, because that is essential in the workforce or workplace, whichever term you want to use. It's very important because if you got that 1, 2, or 3 good employees that say fuck you and quit, and they walk out with that knowledge, you are fucked. Especially when you don't know nothing about the company that you work for and you are in a leadership position such as a director or a manager or a shift lead. You are going to be in a world of trouble if them people walk out that door, because their knowledge is going with them, and you don't have you don't have to swallow that pride and listen to what they're telling you, because they're not telling you this to make themselves feel bigger or wiser. They're telling you this because they could die tomorrow, they can find a better job, and they just want to make sure that you have the knowledge to carry your department when they leave, But a lot of bosses, they just feel like I'm the boss and what I say go, and you can't question my authority. Okay, fuck it. Well, guess what, bitch? When I leave here, my knowledge is going with me, and you're gonna be up shit creek with a fucking dustpan trying to get the shit back in that bitch in the dustpan. So that's all this adrenisode was about. Was employers need to learn to respect their employees, pay them when they need to be paid. Don't treat them like shit because you know you need your employees. They don't need you. So tell me what y'all think. This is all new. Necklace is new. Dress is new. Hair is new. I call this my clutching my diamonds look, but what the hell with all that? So tell me what y'all think about employees not getting the respect they deserve from their employers in the comment section below, and I'll see y'all next week. Kisses.